Hey there, ladies and gentlemen. It's Douglas McGillicuddy, your favorite Cajun gentleman. And today I wanted to just relax a bit and read from you my favorite book of all time, The Conspirators by Robert W. Chambers. Yeah, it's a great book. It was written in the 1800s, and I thought, hey, why not share it with the YouTube crowd? Pretty sure you would appreciate it. This is a very old book, and it's a very old edition of the book. It's very kind of yellow, but it's I could it's not gonna fall apart in my hands. Don't worry about it. So let's just read a little bit from it. Now let me show you. There's like a lady there. She's got a thing. She's like putting a thing in a thing. That's classy. That's classy. All right then. It's a romance, as you can see right there. Robert W. Chambers says The Conspirators, a romance. So let's just read a little bit over here. So there's a lot of page contents. Yeah, here we go. The Conspirators, Chapter 1: Secret History, concerning myself, an emperor, and a few other important people. A few other important people. An emperor is pretty important. Had it not been for the restlessness of William the Sudden, this would have never been written. The trouble began in His Majesty's ear, I believe. I have forgotten which one. At any rate, the trouble spread, I do not mean locally, but in accordance with the inelegant Muscovite proverb, when the Tsar itches, all Asia itches. It's a different time then. It's really spoken the fancy word here. So when the emperor's oracular irritation set him scheming and plotting, those symptoms of international agitation, known as canards, kept the telegraph busy until even the United States stirred like a sleepy watchdog, vibrating with subterranean grumbles. Oh, them subterranean grumbles, let me tell you what. All right, then, let's go here. We're going to move the camera a bit right here. That's my hand in the way, I apologize. All right, then. So let's keep going here. Nevertheless, in the daily papers, there was nothing more than the usual rumors of war in Europe. Nobody imagined that America had any interest in the Luxembourg question. Therefore, what I write may surprise some people. Late in that oppressive month in July, I had been, continues on the next page, detached from my regiment, the 7th Cavalry, and ordered to Washington. Why? I knew not. that Robert W. Chambers. Alright, I had absolutely nothing to do with the city except to report at the War Department every day, study geography, and brush up on my knowledge of French, Dutch, and Flemish. It's the Flemish, wonderful people, the Flemish. Alright, for a week I sweltered in the broiling city, wondering what I was wanted for, until a chance word from the Assistant Secretary of War gave me my cue. I was utterly amazed. I had read in the daily papers something about the Grand Duchy of Luxembourg and the mild European sensation concerning the Emperor's rumored intentions towards it. I knew, as everybody knows, that Luxembourg, once a state belonging to the German Confederation, is now an independent Grand Duchy closely allied to Holland. That's real common knowledge, my friend. This small triangular country, hemmed in by Belgium, France, and Rhenish Prussia, and secretly coveted by all three, served as a buffer state to keep these Christian nations from inter-assassination. Man, politics back then, they were a lot different than they were now. Let me tell you one thing. Yeah. It was practically defenseless. Its capital, the crumbling city of Luxembourg, contained a single battalion of troops, a Grand Duke, a Duchess, and a dozen cannon. Oh, armed to the teeth these boys were. Yet its very weakness was its safeguard, or at least had been its safeguard, until the ear of William the Sudden tickled that monarch. It's been very tickly monarch. All right, into a mischievous activity that threatened to arouse all Europe. And they don't actually mean arouse as in but more like to stir up a little bit of trouble is what they're trying to say here. All right, I lost my place. Oh, there it is. For William cast his weather eye. It's a different kind of eye. It's your weather eye. Towards Luxembourg. and deciding it to be a proper ground on which to plant the gospel of his consecrated person, set his archaeologists, and the archaeologist has that fancy like A and E together. I don't know if you can see that right there. So I don't know how quite to pronounce that. To work to prove that Luxembourg had always belonged to him, and that the Treaty of London was void. It's getting real good here. It's getting exciting here. The archives of the German Confederation, which once existed, corroborated his tentative claim. At least he said they did, but the pretty young Queen of Holland turned up her pretty nose and quietly mobilized two drowsy Dutch Army Corps, which contributed to the merriment of the initiated and the irritation of William the Sudden. Well then, that's, if you wanna know more, I say check out The Conspirators by Robert W. Chambers. Oh, it's a page turner. Let me tell you what. And unfortunately, you don't have my nice Southern drawl reading to you. But maybe if you were to go to Audible.com and maybe they got the audio book, maybe it's a Southern gentleman reading it. You never know. All right. Well, that was just a little nice little diversion from the usual YouTube insanity of your challenge videos and your call out videos and things like that. Just gonna read a little bit of The Conspirators. Yeah. All right. Well, if you like this video, subscribe, share it with your friends, and like the video. Do all those things. Tweet it on the Twitter, and you can tweet it anywhere really. I mean, Twitter doesn't really. I mean, I guess they did invent the word tweet as in a social media. Check out The Conspirators. I'll see you guys later.